Hello everyone, I am Davin and this is my project for the Stockholm Water Prize India Junior. My system does a very good job at desalinating water. For that we need to understand what is desalination. Desalination is simply put salt removal from water. Why do we need this? Well, desalination is an important part in many countries like Middle East and the Southeast Asian countries. So this performs a very excellent job at doing just that. Desalination is lacked in many countries like India, the Middle East and Southeast Asia, but I have prepared a system for desalinating the water. Let me explain what it is. So this is the feed water tank and we pour water into this tank. We open this valve and the water goes through this pipe and into the evaporation chamber. This evaporation chamber uses the hot side of a Peltier module. Let me explain what a Peltier module is first so that you can understand what it does. So a Peltier module looks like this. When we pass current through it, it creates a temperature differential, meaning the one side of the Peltier gets cold and the other gets hot. This is quite useful for our project. The COP is quite less of the cooled side and the COP of the hot side is more. So now that we know what a Peltier module is, we will go on of how it uses it. So the hot side uses the heat from the Peltier to evaporate the water and let it pass through this pipe into the primary condenser. This primary condenser uses the cold side of the Peltier to cool the water vapor and then condense it, but this does not do the complete job because the coefficient of performance, a measure of how well the system of a Peltier module works, is slightly lean towards the heating side. So due to this leaning towards the heating side COP is somewhere between 1.1 and 1.2, whereas the cooling side COP is between 0.8 and 0.9. So due to this there is not enough cooling, so there is still some steam left over. Now this steam gets passed on to our secondary condenser. This is purely for the reason that our COP of the primary condenser is not enough. So all the steam and water comes here and then after being condensed completely it ends up in the product water tank. From here we can take out the water from a pipe here and then that's it. We can drink this water after using it in a mineral chlorinator or a mineral filter. We are using a vacuum to reduce the boiling point of the water so that we can generate more steam. This however hampers a little bit of the condensation, but we have the secondary condenser, so that's not an issue. This whole system is powered by 180 watts of power, though we use a 600 watt power supply. Everything here takes 12 volts and nothing more. That's it for the technical overview. Now on to its impacts. There are many implications to this system. This kind of solution is really valuable when there is a lot of saltwater contamination or any water contamination in general, because it just distillates the water. Using this we can do a lot of good things to save millions of lives who are affected by this problem of lack of clean water. Clean water is important and as we all know it must be cheap. So our system has a reduced water price of almost 1.1 rupees per liter. That is relatively good when we compare it to standard solution waters like even the Bisleri water, which is commercially available. It takes maybe 1.2 or 1.3 rupees to make that. So that's it for my video. I hope that you enjoyed my presentation on my solution, and let's keep in mind the importance of the thought behind this project. We should all save water, we should all use it wisely. Thank you and I hope you have a great day ahead.